What's going on? This is Marcus, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how we can make sure we stay in pocket as the summer months roll around, as outside start opening back up, to make sure we don't get out of pocket with regard to our budget. So, if you're interested in learning about finance, following my debt-free journey, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and definitely hit that like button because it'll help the channel grow. Now, before we get to the table conversation, just a little bit of church announcements. Hey, I love all my YouTube communities, all the people viewing, all the subscribers. Hey, much props and respect. Thank you all. And I love how, all my fellow YouTubers out there, like, y'all got a name, but y'all call y'all army. Like, y'all kind of start off with that greeting. It just is really unique to your audience. So I was trying to think, like, man, I need to come up with a name or something that I can call my audience to just kind of, create that tight-knit, familiar type of feeling with, everybody who subscribed to the Debt-Free Dad channel. And so I sat down and I thought about it, and, I was thinking, and then that's when I really realized, which is really sad, I'm not really that creative. Every name that I tried to use either sounded like a criminal organization or a corporate organization. I mean, it was really ridiculous. I had the conglomerate, the council, the intellectual savages, intellectual trappers. I mean, the names was getting ridiculous. I was like, intellectual trappers. I like it, but I don't know. In any event, hey, I gotta work on my creativity, so hopefully I come up with something that's a name that's catchy, that don't sound like we out here trapping, but it does sound like we think different and we out here making smart money moves. The weather's getting warm, there's a higher propensity for us to want to go out and spend, so we had to come up with a few rules, guidelines, things we had to take into consideration. So let's go ahead and have a little table talk and jump right into it. I can already feel that itch coming. Like I said before, I always had the urge to stop and get an ice cream, or I smell donuts and want donuts. I've been driving past Spark. I ain't had my feet done in about a decade, it feel like, and I want to get these crusty toes done. Now, a lot of y'all know I like statistics, I like data points, so I can have a real plan about what I want to do. So I found this interesting article that talked about, the most mentioned things, and they didn't allocate them based on the top 10 or 5, but these were the most common things that people can't wait to do now that it's getting warm and vaccines are going out. So dining out, eating at expensive restaurants. Hey, I like to eat out and sit outside at nice restaurants too. Well, I don't know about expensive. I guess it depends on what you consider expensive. The next one is salon treatments. Hey, I haven't been to the barbershop in over a year. My foot game kind of crusty. I like to get that done every now and then to make sure I don't rip up the sheets. Home repairs and remodels was on the list. Traveling, of course. Cars, clothing, and furniture. Those were the most common things that were mentioned when they surveyed 1,000 people about what they were looking to do or excited about doing now that the weather's getting warm and people are likely to be out of the house more. So these are kind of the 5 things that I came up with internally to hopefully help guide us and stay in pocket so we don't get out of pocket with regard to the spending and the budgeting. So number 1 is just a common sense thing, is let the budget be your guide. We already got the plan in place. We've been had the plan in place. We got to make sure we continue to look at our phone to remind us that there is a plan in place. Me personally, I actually put calendar events on my calendar for times when I know I'm going to be out of the house, so when I get that itch. For example, when I got to go pick up the kids from school, I know on a Friday at about 3:30, 3:45, it's 80 degrees. You got the sunroof back, just driving, and you drive past that ice cream parlor or shop or whatever you call it. You're going to want something. So I got like little reminders like, hey, remember, budget. Number 2 is actually increase the budget meetings that we have within our household. Probably do it once a week. Just, have a quick conversation just on where we at. If we saw some spending maybe start to get out of pocket, we can reel it in so we don't let too much time lapse before we completely, potentially blow the budget up. So that's number 2. Number 3 is unsubscribing from emails. Now I know that sounds crazy, but I'll tell you, and I put this on my IG, official Debtfree Dad, if you aren't following me on IG. But I needed to get my cell phone repaired, right? Now I could have took it into a shop and get it fixed, but I didn't want to leave out the house. I was like, oh man, they got an option where they could do it by mail, next day mail. That would be super fast. And so for $5, they would have gave me a loaner phone so I can use for, just to do all my communications and everything. But me, I thought I was like, nah, I don't mind unplugging for 4 or 5 days. It's not a big deal. I can unplug. I'm not self-reliant on that stuff. And I saved $5. This is how you don't save $5. Just get the loaner phone. I don't care if you had to pay $15 for it. But I got rid of the phone. I put it in the mailbox. Literally 45 minutes later, I was like, damn, I need a phone. I wasn't watching my favorite YouTubers. I wasn't on IG. Because bottom line, doing all of that stuff on an actual computer or tablet, it sucks ass. It's the worst. Like actually having to sit and type out a comment is, I felt a little special. I don't know. It was just a weird feeling. So that was a terrible way to save $5. With that being said, by the time I got my phone back 5 days later, I actually looked at my email and I saw just a bunch of emails that I get from, department stores, clothing stores saying that, oh, we have these spring sales, summer sales, Easter sales. I mean, it was so unsubscribe from emails. I opened my email box and it was nobody saying hello, checking on me. It was mostly subscription emails, so I just unsubscribed from all those emails just to remove any of the nonsense about the sale that they're having on suits and all these other places of shoes or whatever. So unsubscribing for emails is the third thing that we're going to do. The fourth thing is, I think this is just a general rule across the board, but it's really applicable now, is we have to remember in most times the Joneses are broke. The Joneses aren't always broke. A lot of us are on financial independence journeys who are budgeting and saving and investing and are planning things out. To somebody, you might be the Joneses, but they don't know your money game is strong because you budgeting and you focus. But in general, the Joneses are broke, so let's not try to keep up with the Joneses. And the other part of that is the Joneses love social media. So in this time, you're going to have a lot of people going out, traveling, doing things, posting pictures, posting videos. And just remember, my rule is you can do what you want to do long as you plan for it, budget for it, and pay for it in cash. Even if you're getting out of debt, I don't think there's anything wrong with going on a vacation, so long as the vacation isn't with borrowed money. You planned it out, you thought about it, and you got it at a price point that you think was reasonable for the experience that you want to have or you want to take your family on. But yeah, remember, the Joneses are most times broke, so don't worry about them. The Joneses got cell phones that they are leasing and paying monthly for, so don't worry about them. And I say that because I just had a conversation about phones. Like, I don't know, how many cameras do you need on the phone? All that shit look the same to me. But I'm a little blind, and I digress. So I think the last thing, number 5, is probably the most important for me personally. I don't know if you all do this. We do have money allocated towards spending on whatever we want each month. You get this amount, I get this amount. I have, since February, been using credit cards for all of my purchases just to get the cash back rewards, and that's going really well. But I do think that easier to spend outside of your budget when you do have a card. And I just think, in my example, what I'm going to do is, if I have $100, $150 a month, whatever my amount is that I can spend on whatever I want a month, I'm probably going to take that and actually have it in cash, because if I have it in cash when I'm out riding, I'm less likely to have those spontaneous, impromptu moments of me wanting to just pull over and get ice cream or get a donut, or I smell some barbecue somewhere and the next thing you know I'm caught up. Food is a really big problem for me, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I think that's key. So spending money is definitely going to be in cash when I'm leaving the house, because I think that'll reduce those instances of me to want to make spontaneous purchases. You all let me know How do you plan on staying on budget as the weather gets warmer, as events start opening up, as restaurants and clubs starts increasing their capacity? Are you going to stick to your same game plan? Are you going to do something different to make sure you stay focused? Definitely let me know in the comments. Hey, as always, I appreciate you all tuning in to the video. Y'all take care, be safe, be healthy, be blessed. Peace.